Alright, this is called Slay the Princess. I think, I'm not that sure, but I think it's like a horror visual novel where your objective is to kill the princess. I think let's just go. Start. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I like there is voice acting, I don't have to read.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Explore. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? The end of the world? What are you talking about?
The end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Do you think the volume is a bit low? I cannot... No, I cannot. It can't be higher than this, okay? Wait, I can move the mouse? Oh, just a little bit, okay. But how can a princess locked away in a basement in the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence? Have you considered that maybe... Yeah. Oh, I have so many reasons, so many... There. Yes. This.
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Do you have any evidence?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Killing the princess seems kind of bad, doesn't it? I really like that line. Have you...
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that?
Have you considered that I might lie to the end of the world?
Maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolución, walk towards the cabin, turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. It's like I say, I'm pretty okay with the world ending. I raise the coming of a new dawn beyond your own.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever. Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I want to see if there is like an ending where I can just leave right at the start.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Selfish,
I'm sorry.
I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care, I'm not killing a princess, you're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. It's what they get for dumping me into these woods and asking me to kill someone for them.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
Can I avoid this?
That's fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came.
And there goes the cabin
Would you
again.
look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
There is no fight in this, is there? I have to get to the cabin. Oh yeah, well I guess I start walking a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way
There's
out of this
always a
place.
choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
How many
And
lines
here we
do they
go.
have?
As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2. The Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Why is it called Chapter 2?
Cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us has been here.
I got an achievement for the way, so there are achievements in the demo.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yeah, screw this guy.
Voice of the
He
Contrarian.
might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day. If by ruining my day you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. Still, the world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful.
That's the first hero?
You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, gladly slay the princess. She's got it coming. Yep, okay, definitely going to slay the princess. Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. Okay.
I have one last warning for you. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Maybe we should believe her.
By the way, I really like the hand draw art. The black and white hand draw art.
Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore them, they're just being difficult for the sake of it. The interior of the cabin is odd, the air smelling faintly of plastic, the wood of the walls fitting together at uncomfortable angles. The only furniture is a plain wooden table, its legs all the wrong lengths, causing it to tilt towards the door. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Well, give me that blade.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyways? I, for one, would rather have it. We don't really know what we're dealing with here. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old wooden staircase. The steps are warped and shoddily constructed. The air seeping up from below is heavy, oppressive, with an odd stink to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs, its multi-tonal lilt adding to the already uneasy atmosphere.
Will she have voice acting?
Hello. Is someone there?
This
That's
isn't what I expected her to
cool.
say.
That's really creepy.
What is she? I think we'd all like to know. You carefully make your way down the stairs. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. She locks eyes with you, one moving a little faster than the other. The loose skin of her face stretches into something resembling a smile. Good lord.
My goodness gracious, ooh.
Bulges, roiling under her skin as she starts to speak, her voice pouring out between her closed teeth.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I had a friend.
Fuck no. Oh, go on. Go on. They're the same developers of Scarlet Hollow. It's another point and click horror, choose your own adventure story, and it's really has some really good reviews. 99% positive reviews on Steam. Just if you're interested. I haven't played, but 99%. 99%. Seven endings for the demo? Okay, should we try? Let's try more endings. Let's try more endings. Okay.
Your honor?
Killing a princess seems kind of bad, isn't it? What else can I do? Sweet, I always wanted to. Okay, let's go for that.
The spirit. You make a warn. She will lie. We're not gonna go. Ignore him. The interior
Maybe
blade.
without the blade, will it make any difference?
Her voice
Hello?
is hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to
It
hear
was a
once
normal
to
voice. It
remember
was
for
a
the rest
normal
of your
voice. Hello,
life.
is someone there?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here.
I thought it was going to be the same voice. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. You're checking in on you. I'm here to save you. I'm here to slay. Hey, I think I'm here to slay you. Continue down the stairs.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's try to release her.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs, maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there. If not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Let's do that.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Let's try to release her.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here. Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay.
You make your easier for whom?
Oh, damn it. I skipped that one.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, let's try to free it, then let's replay this and try to slay her.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged,
Oh, that's a way to free her.
Princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Look at the face is kind of cute with the blood there.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Oh, the art is great.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She clutches the wound, softly smiling as her gaze meets yours.
Is this a romance?
How is she
Will live
still
happily ever
smiling
after?
everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Oh,
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
oh,
What are you doing?
Lady Princess, warn her.
Stop that.
Oh, I thought this was all a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges. Wait, she dodges? Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
I'm sorry. I can see you're doing your best to resist what's happening to you. I'll try and make this quick.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. You feel her claws on your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh
Oh,
and
that-
sinew with ease.
Is that supposed to be fast?
You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained red as your blood seeps into the fabric. When she manages to escape from this place and bring ruin to the world, know that it was all your
Thank you.
Can't just
Or you're
end
welcome.
like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Woohoo! Chapter 2, The Damsel.
You're on a path.
Enter the basement?
Door to the base, her voice carries softly up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. It's even more hypnotizing than before. Is it more hypnotizing than before, or is that just what we want it to be? I think we're in love. For everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just don't let her charm you. It's all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's still so beautiful. And she has both of her arms again. Did everything we just went through actually happen?
Aw. So all the end is consists in like playing the 2 chapters.
Must have, because she's different. Can't you tell?
You. I remember you. You're going to help me get out of here, right?
Okay, so that was another ending.
You may. The
Enter the basement.
her voice is dope.
I'm here to save you.
Wait, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs, and I am begging you.
Hi. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
No. Hold on, let's do this one first.
Thank you.
You're no. They're large.
I'm guessing.
Made down.
I'm going to check upstairs.
Okay.
Witness.
Try the door. Return at the bottom.
Easier.
I heard the door.
There's a slight
If I-
cheap that she rips the blade.
Okay,
or
now I
you
get
won't-
the knife. Be the princess.
Fire against your you cut. The blade.
This
is
time
sharp.
didn't give me the
Her
option to
limb.
slay
She
her.
doesn't know. She clutches. How is
Thank you.
I'm guessing I did something different there.
Watch me.
Slay the princess.
Okay, there's no going back now. You bring the blade down, but she's fast.
Oh, there you
She
go.
ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see that razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon.
Oh,
You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
now we do the second episode.
You're
Proceed to the cabin.
she will. He's right. Ignore.
There. Do I have the option to get the knife now?
Yes.
Yes, take the blade.
You take the.
Enter the basement.
The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're stepping down into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her
It's
will probably be
interesting.
doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
It isn't hypnotizing anymore. It's almost feral. Don't let her intimidate you. You carefully make your way down the stairs. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, a large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. She has both her arms again, and she's different, isn't she? The beast is showing us what she really is.
You're the reason I'm still down here. Fiend, monster, betrayer. Nothing will get between my teeth and your throat.
There you go, we got the beast. So if I...
Doris,
There's a slight...
if I could just get out.
She barely... as she rips her flesh, or you won't...
Now slay the princess. This was... I wanted to try
Without
this.
hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally. The wound drives her to the ground. Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see that?
Okay, I think this is the same
She's
one.
wounded and I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at you.
Yeah, I think it's the same ending. Slay the princess?
Your nerves are seizing with pain. You know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily
Ooh.
push yourself back to your knees.
Oh no, it's different, it's different.
We can still turn this around.
Oh, okay, give up, finish the job, run for the stairs and lock her in the basement. Maybe she'll bleed out. Finish the job.
Steel your resolve and to take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel all those gashes and holes pulling our friend apart? If the princess doesn't do them in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job. You take another step forward, and the princess lunges towards you. The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons, and then you stop. Neither you nor princess.
Those three options looked really interesting.
You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. Blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
There it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and that terrifying conviction in her words. But you don't have the time left to worry about such things. Everything goes black, and you die.
The beast again?
You're here.
Mm,
Such I have. He's right. The interior. The blade is. Yes. You take the.
is it the same?
She.
Can I smell you, yeah.
As you descend the
I'm really curious about the other endings. Oh, wait, there are different options here. Run for the stairs and lock her in the basement. Maybe she'll bleed out. Let me try that.
Princess is still chained to the wall. There's nothing she can do to stop you from getting out of here. What if she doesn't succumb to her wounds? Whatever she is so much more dangerous than I thought she'd be.
Oh, really? Are you wishlit? I didn't know you were liking this.
You rush up the stairs and dive past the threshold. You're safe. For now. You close the
Oh,
door,
there you go.
locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Threaten me all you want. All it does is my guilty conscience. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You are not really innocent or harmless. You are not even a princess. You're a monster. Bang the door all you want. It'll only make you bleed faster. Ignore her and go sleep.
I can be innocent and harmless, if I want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
What?
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame.
A bit closer, please.
You only helped me get out of here. We could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The nightmare. Oh, okay, we got a different one here.
You're on a path. I can assure you. You're you on.
Let's just go. Go into the cabin. To the cabin.
The blade is... No.
Oh, the
No,
blade's there.
No. The basement door. It isn't there anymore. She could be anywhere. It's just a frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. No, what did you do? This isn't how things are supposed to go. She's supposed to be an ordinary princess. Quick, the blade.
Go ahead and take your little toy. It won't do you any good.
Your legs go numb before you even have a chance to reach for the blade. You collapse to the floor as your lungs seize up, refusing to take in air. No, not again!
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I. I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Everything goes dark, and you die. I'm sorry.
There you go. That was another ending. So I wonder if there is an ending for, like, first trying to kill her and then just run away. One thing is that's really cool, I think, at least, that when you press load, you have the options, and I think these are the places where you can change the ending. I think the blade is not the way into the basement.
Her voice
Hello?
is, don't let it fool you. It's all...
If I lie, I'm here to save you.
Really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
I see. You're trying to get her to lower her guard. It's a gamble, but it might work.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
Maybe the explore options don't matter. No, I think they do. They do, because the grab the knife option was explore, and that was a different ending.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
You were lying when you said you were here to rescue her, but regardless of your intentions, breaking her out of those chains would be a big mistake. Don't even try it.
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Oh, I can talk to her. Oh, wow, okay. What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here? Keep her locked away. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. Retrieve the blade. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. This is an If I go back upstairs without saying another word, I mean...
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you. You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay, if we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all. You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat
Oh.
only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm. Princess is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Hello, I think we got off on the ground floor. Do you think we can start over? She's lost an arm. I'm looking her down there.
Oh, you coward!
No, I don't think we can. Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
She's lost an arm. I'm looking her down there and letting her bleed out. Let's finish
Your
this.
eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Investigate the arm.
As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs. You turn to chase after the princess, but she's fast and has too much of a lead. She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor, but I think we both know that I can't trust you to let me stay free.
With those parting words, the princess walks away, her quiet footsteps eventually fading as she leaves you and the cabin to rot. You're stuck here, alone. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over.
I'm sorry.
You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes. The world ends, and you end with it.
Oh, it's the same ending.
You're on the path you're here. Such a magnificent. She's ignore it.
Yeah, it's the same ending.
The interior, the blade, yes. You take the big sheep.
Yeah, that's sad. We got the same ending.
Beast.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn. I thought it was different. I really thought it was going to be different. Oh well, I think that's enough with this game. I think we got a really good look at it. Really interesting. I really like it. I don't know. I think I got 4 endings. Maybe. But this looks good. It looks really good. I would like to be able to do like quick saves to load and be trying every single option. But yeah, that was Slay the Princess. Really cool upcoming game.